All right. Good evening. Welcome back, my most ethical light and love crew. Angels of love and light to do your thing, to divinely intervene as needed for my highest good, aka the highest good. What else do I want to say? Welcome to my divine panel. And I'm making progress. Yay! Well, this morning I did not foresee much progress, only because I started off with a headache, and it was just unlike the others. And I think it's trying out this new mattress that is not. It's let's put it this way: it's more comfortable. Like, it has its plushness, but it's more comfortable. I mean, yeah, it's more comfortable than to sleep on the couch tonight. So I'm gonna have to change it up. But anyway, it's been a long time. Such a long time. And I think there are points where we have to draw the line and decide that you can't always wait for the right time to do something, like the perfect time, I mean. And so I wouldn't consider this the perfect time, but I think I've waited long enough to get a new mattress. And it's important that I do that for me. It's important for me to see myself valuable enough and my sleep valuable enough to coerce that time into a solid window per day. It's time for me to create incentive on work-life balance and to ensure that I am enjoying my wake time or my sleep time just as much as my wake time. And I can still do that within a budget, and it's perfectly fine. I know the divine will figure out the balancing act. And so, yes. When did I switch out? It's been over a year since it's been a year and a half since I let go of the mattress that was shared from parting, and then as a substitute mattress I used my kid's old mattress, which was also, I think, used too, that they outgrew. And so I just, like, because it was more comfortable than, sleeping on the couch or the floor. I used that for some time. And so now, after about a year and a half of that, I know it's time. It's time to get another mattress. And so that's where I'm at. I mean, there are more decisions than that tied into that. It's good because it forces me to take inventory of what I have and make sense of where things are put. And especially when we say goodbye to certain things, behaviors, etc. Like, I'm so glad I quit smoking. I'm so glad I quit smoking, because there's just better options out there. And I'm not bagging on the decision, taking on the recommendation not to go to other people's readings, but it's the negotiations of ensuring that I don't compromise myself, and that there are more things for me to explore than to receive what other people's exploration and exploratory views are. So anyway, this is so amazing because I just grabbed the deck. I was like, I need something different. And it's Authorizing Officer Tuesday, and I just wanted some points to focus, points of focus. And I just didn't, I don't know, I'm just glad that today I got over my headache and moved through a variety of things. And it's still like, I started to feel like a little bit of a low point, a little bit of a dip in my productivity and energy. But that's the way life is. And so, you know, when you mediate through your opinions on things that go on in life, then it makes, I don't know, it just flies right by. You fly right by it. And so that was my experience in the past 24 hours. Yeah. So, I know that there's some like spell work and some dark stuff going on in the background. And I'm glad that I haven't over amplified or given much weight to it. I'm realizing more and more with parting from several bad connections that while maintaining energetically my most preferred ones, that just things are still going great. Yeah, it's all just like pop quizzes, get better, get better, get better. It's like the universe knowing, like how the multiverse is knowing how bomb ass you are, Tina. And they just want you to keep healing, keep getting just keep getting better. And so that's what I'll take it as. Just like pat on the back, you know, just to make you feel better. You know, keep going. And so anyway, this is crazy. On the doing side, I have the, what do you call it? The karma, the Aeon, the judgment card on the right side. And then on the left side, like, lo and behold, crazy, it's victory. 6 of Wands, literally called victory. Crazy. I tried on a lip gloss that I haven't worn ever. I remember getting it from like the 99-cent store. I was like, ooh, it looks sparkly. It doesn't really do much. So let me change it up because I'm feeling pretty pale right now. Looking at the screen. Okay, let me see. From my caboodles factory. Should we just darken it up? Do my usual? I feel like it. Oh look, say hi to Gizmo on the back and Thumper on the side. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna do the regular over it. Dare I mix? Yes, I shall. Oh, it's gonna come on differently. Oh, fuck. I don't know. Well, I need a little moisture on my lips. See, I've been working hard. You see that pimple? It's only puffy because I popped it, and it was just like a whitehead. It was hardened in there, but because of the pressure, that's what happened. Anyway, I think it's okay. I like it better. I don't know so much as the shine because it looks so berry, but it's okay. It's okay. I love myself. Oh shit. Okay, there we go. Okay, let's turn on this fan. Because it is... Dun, dun, dun. Oh, so much better. Yeah, so those are the cards. Those are the cards. All right. So I put it all there. So some points. Some points for me to focus on. Those are wonderful headers. Holy smokes. Ooh, it's showing up too. Look, I just realized that there's 9 flames in the middle of this, in the middle of the lattice. So that means it's 9 of Wands right there. Oh, 9 and the 6. That's a devil card. This is victory coming in aggressively. 9 of Wands lit that are shown up that leads to victory. Holy smokes. All right, look. Oh my gosh! You see that? The Emperor has arrived and it's facing 9 of, wait, 9 of Swords. Look, the business, no. This is, the Emperor, the boss, taking care of business, like really showing up with, not just showing up, but with huge emphasis, like all the nooks and crannies and like origami folds, like how to, you know, like this is the boss assessing like all the work instructions and all of the, you know, SNOPs, the structure basically of the business, the ins and outs, and making sure that there's follow through in it, that there's a clear emphasis on it, or it's either do or die. Don't fake it, you know. That's what this Emperor is enforcing, and it's matter of fact, like kind of turning. It's not really turning the cold sheep, but it's either you're doing it or you're not. And because when I'm looking at it, you see, I'm looking at it like this, okay? The Emperor's looking at it, okay? But when I have to show you and turn the cards out, when I have to turn this mother out, it's like, you know, behind him. So either you're doing it or you're not. You know what I mean? So that's the Emperor's stance on that. So whether this is the boss, the what do you call it in the hierarchy? Like the tippity top, cream of the crop top. The founder, the originator, the boss. Like there's, when you know that there's like tomfoolery happening around you or even at a distance and you're monitoring a situation, I think the best eyes on the situation is, you know, like when jobs like, let's say, have like drug tests and they do spot checks. This is periodic spot checks, so it's not like there's no heads up given, nor is there a timetable of like, hey, we're doing this like once a month. This is like, I have the right to, so I'm going to enforce it, and it's a member of an at-will hierarchy where it's like, remember, I hire you. So as far as respect is, you know, placed, I don't need any like trumpet or announcement. This is my realm. And so it's kind of turning the tables, because from my experience, I know that that has been enforced on me, but like it's a way of like passing the buck of not taking accountability. It's kind of like, I don't know how to describe it, because I don't want to go backwards and talk about all that stuff. I mean, I'm just saying this is the ultimate table turn. But what are we going to say about this? There's something else tied to this. So it could also be spirit too, you know, like the highest power, the like source, true source. It's looking at the changes on an individual basis, like you're either doing it or you're not doing it, and that's the truth of the matter. And so again, we're not looking at a single slice of your life. We're looking at several, like, you know, when you're taking test soil on land, you have like this tube, right? And you stick it into the ground, and so it's kind of like that, like 9 testers, kind of like that. So that's what they're showing me here. So when it's not something to get stressed out about, like you know that you're either doing it or you're not. And there's a recognition of, let's say like my instance today, that there's certain dips in energy and certain things that are unforeseen, and you mediate through it. I mean, you know, that's life. So definitely, yeah, because you're seeing like the curvature here too, you see. There's a natural arch. Interesting. So Spirit is doing that. So I guess I'm doing a really great job. Shiz. Okay. Oh. Okay. The Magician is right behind this Nine of Swords card. Is the Magician in reverse, and right behind it, peeking, is the Queen of Swords. So it's kind of like, if we're looking at blood work, okay, it's like Spirit is doing a check, like a diagnosis check on us, like checking the oil, you know, per person, right? So maybe checking the practice in us, like in our personal truths, you know, in our own truths, not just the telling of it, but you can't lie what's going on within you. So there's something about checking the practitioner in you, you know, taking a stab, like, okay, there's something like that there. So there's that. Okay, I'm just gonna take these two cards out, leave the other two in. Fantastic. Bottom is Knight of Cups in reverse. Okay. All right, so what are some points to focus on? Okay, that one fell right there. I have to get it with my legs, my toes. Get it. Princess of Swords inverted. Okay. And again, like all that origami stuff, like the wings, the propellers of a person. Yes, this is very much centralized per person. So one thing about this is that it fell underneath my caboodles and a few books, like how-to books, like kind of like ideation books and the Beastie Boys books. And so but it landed independently. It was just around that stuff. So what did we want to say about that? They're saying, how much have you learned about yourself in this process of doing the work? You know, how much have you learned about what drives yourself, without looking at anything else, but just what you're dealing with, you know, with all that commotion, with all of that, you know, that turbulence there, and rising above what can suffocate you, you know, just you or anybody else of your make. And this is something that is non-biased as far as what can suffocate you. But this is saying, okay, Tina, you have risen above what can suffocate you, what can suffocate your sentience. Okay, so what have you learned about what drives you? This is good. This is kind of like a personal check-in. You know what's weird today? My arm, my elbow, usually it's this elbow, but this elbow, it feels very sore. I don't even know what I did. I don't think I did anything that would call for that. But one thing I did do last night was I took a late shower, and so then most of my stuff was off, and I decided to keep it charged overnight. And so maybe there's something about what I'm doing that I'm not realizing that I'm doing that's putting more of a stressor or more practice into my joints. Yeah, because I didn't twist it. So I think there's something to that there, because when I put on my crystals, oh my god, this morning, it was that was cool. So I'm glad I did that, because we need to give ourselves practice like au natural without you know, crutching on externals. And that puts you, like, when you level up yourself, when you put yourself to the test, then you're also bringing something greater to the table with what you're working with. So it's not just like a singular that's enhanced and advanced, but also what else you're working with, or what other sentience you're working with, what other groupings you're working with. So that's good. Okay, so what I've learned. Oh wait, can I bring it over here? I was going to start the reading based on something that I had run into. Going through some piles, I'm like, I don't really want to go through it, but it's like, who's going to go through it? Then you know, so I went through certain things, and there's this, you know, how people set up for Christmas. They have those little cottage neighborhood things that are kind of like night lights. I gave away a bunch, you know, a while ago, and so I remember keeping one, and it's here, and it's a craft store that I used to go to a lot, both with my first kid, and also with my mother-in-law. And I just didn't, I don't know, that's something that wasn't like miscellaneous for me. And so I decided to keep it, but then I'm like, doing away with things, I'm like, maybe it's time to let go of this too. And I showed it to my kid. I was like, and I plugged it in, and I'm like, look, I don't know, should I? Is it stupid if I keep it? Is it stupid that I'm making a big deal out of it? And he said, no, I think you should keep it. And so I just, it's okay to keep certain things that that mean something to you, that remind you of certain phases in your life where okay, again, it's a connection to home. So this is a recipient side. This is a chimney to a home, and then the right hand is, yeah, okay, it just looks different on here, and the right hand is up with a weapon. So what I've learned about myself in my drive is to keep my guard up, in knowing, like, as a precursor, you're the you're a gatekeeper, Tina. So and there's a particular reason for that. So being a key holder is by, like, by, how do I say it? Not all gatekeepers are key holders. Do you know what I mean? Like, so being that you wear many hats, you see, it's important to take that into consideration. In fact, that was part of the thing that did not fit in the title, like what some points to focus on, or to focus, points of focus to take into consideration. And so that second part did not, there's only so many characters that can fit in a line. So just to take that into consideration, Tina. Okay. And so with regards to my drive, it's The propeller is over half my size. And what else do we want to say about this? Oh, you know what? It's not like that. He's not holding it like that. Not the, what do you call it? The stick is not held like that, you know, like, you know, ready to strike. It's held like that. The sword is held like that. What the frick? What is that all about? Oh, I think it's just taking a stab at things. Like, this is a page. So it's starting something. Even amidst of all the, like, things that are going on, it's okay to start something. Just go, Tina. Just go. Just go start. Especially with, like, the headache that I had today. I was like, I don't know. I just gotta just start something. And I got somewhere with it. So that's good. Okay. So that was very much personalized. So that's kind of a dialogue of a self-assessment before Spirit says, you know, advises. Oh, 3 of Pentacles. Pfft, told you. And it opened up to the Fool card, inverted. Yeah. So definitely that's very much a job thing. You know, did I tell you? Personalized thing. Yeah. Very much this is not like, how do you see yourself in 20 years? How do you see yourself in 5 years with this company? You know, this is a weird kind of what do you call it? Job interview. Yeah, it's definitely a non-traditional job interview here going in the right here and now. And I'm not afraid to call it out. I'm not afraid to, you know, say what it is. I think some people who might encounter this kind of a input would get nervous and perhaps oversell and change the appearance or try to manipulate things, but I'm okay with this. If I can't be who I am underneath my own roof, then obviously I'm not the one with the problem. So yeah. So this is interesting. Okay. All right. So it's not what, you know, what do you see, how do you see yourself in, you know, 20 years or 5 years with this company? You know, 20 years personally, 5 years with this company, whatever. This is like, how do you see yourself right now? And how many employers ask that? You know, I mean, they ask it in a different way, the traditional way of like, what are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? Or they might ask it indirectly, like, what would your coworkers say about you? What would you know, like, maybe that's a more like an in-between way of asking. But anyway, let's see here. What opened up? It's the 3 of Cups in reverse. What opened up to it is the Ace of Cups and the Knight of Swords. Ooh, things are moving quickly. To a refresh. Why is the 3 of Cups in reverse, though? It's kind of like the 4 of Cups here, like, you have chosen wisely. And what's behind it? 9 of Pentacles in reverse. Things are picking up pace. This is leading to a refresh start. Like, as I am doing this little Q&A or making gestures out into my daily routines, even if they're like one-offs. The routine of taking care of one-offs, that's really the admin life. And I'd have to say I'm dumbing it down by calling it that, but let's just use slang in this like office terminology here. As I motion along or honor my rest, I'm basically modifying the terms and conditions of what I celebrate and what I call happiness. In fact, this is the ultimate aeon. It can go either way. This is the ultimate aeon. This is independent to this particular deck, and so you don't see this in all tarot, okay? So it can go either way. And then right behind that is the Five of Pentacles. It's labeled as worry, but I don't... I think there's some natural... yeah, there's some natural, like, waviness to this. Only because you're amending your own terms and conditions to life. So, but this is being resourceful. And as I was cleaning up today, in particular, I was told, like, you know, the Five of Pentacles is about definitely being resourceful. And people forget that being resourceful is a flex. Like, that's a lost art. That being resourceful is an absolute flex. And that's what they're reminding us here. And when you do that, looking at this book here that's compiling, Eight of Cups is you know, this is reconnecting with yourself, abandoning what other people, like the noise of your feed, basically, the noise of what other people are telling you, whether they made it in life or not. That's their life, you know what I mean? And even if they mean well for you, we're going to assume that they mean well for you. That you have to, you know, to determine what's best for you in modifying those terms and conditions, like just reconnecting with yourself. What is it? Abandon. I forget. Abandon. Reckless abandon? No. I don't know. Anyway, they'll remind me if need be. But definitely Eight of Cups right there. Again, I don't know what indolence means, but that's fine. I'll brush up on that. And so this is out of box. Some of it is breaking up the terms and conditions, like fragmenting them. But this is a creative energy. It's reteaching yourself. How to get there. Yeah, definitely. That's what they're telling me, how to get there. And next up is the Sun card. So there you go. It's more than cup energy. It's the Sun card. That's absolute freaking happiness. That's in touch with the inner child. Like, you are absolutely personally satisfied. Not only are you satisfied, but it's like emanating to the point where others feel that happiness, you know? You're that good at it. Queen of Wands in reverse is just withholding your energy, using that on yourself. Domesticating the cat. Yeah. So when you domesticate the cat, there's less room for pests and fleas and all those things that like gnaw at you, that multiply, you know, have their own neighborhoods. You become an ecosystem for them to feed off of. So this is important. And just knowing, like, when you hit the Sun card, when you get like badass lit, just know that there are practitioners who aren't doing so well, and so they want to naturally, they'd like to take from that energy. So there's malpractice, around. But, you know, the life, how do you say it? This is saying, this is reiterating that we're equipped to handle such energies like in the background, or they're just going to handle themselves, you know. Four of Cups completion. I'm going to leave it at that. Oh my gosh, yeah. And then, no, I'm going to leave it at here. Four of Cups in, it's labeling it as luxury, but that's what we started out with in the on the front end here. Four of Cups. So master number 44 is here. I'm going to put that book aside. It's kind of just, there's that. Bottom of the deck is Seven of Wands in reverse. That has been a repetitive piece here. I do not know why, but it shows the Six of Wands reiterated here in the background, just as we started with on the recipient end. So the seventh one is the primary. It is the front man. It is the one that has the greatest advantage. So that's what we're mainly focused on. Not the crowd, not the background, but singularly speaking, just us. Not relative to, you know, like having the advantage relative to the others. It's having the advantage as a standalone. So for the past few readings, I'm like, why do we get this? Why did I get the Seven of Wands in reverse? What does that mean? Am I being humbled? Because I don't really feel that. Or is it like time to roll up the sleeves and do the work? So I know that there's more variation to the messaging of the Seven of Wands, whether upright or in reversal. And here, definitely seeing that. Excellent. Okay, so top of the deck, no secret to the sauce. Art. It is Temperance in reverse. 14. I forgot to say, I think 94. Hold on. No. Yeah, 94 is an angel number here. Drawing back from the Emperor with the Nine of Swords. Or I want to say 49, but visually they're emphasizing 94. Yeah, because it's, yeah, definitely. Because they're saying that it's not about the Emperor that makes it so much more prominent. It's about Nine of Swords. It's not about who's assessing, because it could be an underling or like an intern assessing these things the way that Spirit would do it, executing it the way Spirit would do it. The fact is that the gesture of execution is what matters most here. So they're saying Nine of Swords. The emphasis is on that, not the person, not the celebrity, not the, you know, head honcho or however you want to call it, the big boss. That's, you know, making a surprise, you know, guest visit here. It's more about getting things done. Not like, because, how do I say it? In many businesses, it's all about just making money. It doesn't matter really how you get there. You might have the niceties like work instructions put in place. But if there's like bullshit inside the arena, eventually it's going to self-implode. You know what I mean? Like, there's no magic in that conclusion. It will self-implode. People will notice. There is an expiry date to that. So, what do we want to say about that? So it's more about the follow through. Otherwise, it's just kind of like hearsay. You know what I mean? It's like, and that's a good signal for whether or not something's going to self-implode. So yeah, that's what they're saying. So anyway, 14 here, we got a little distracted, but they told me to say that, and it led to a lot more. So 14, Temperance. So again, this is the undercurrents. It's knowing when to say when. This is about consumption and knowing is really knowing about what's best for you, like undercover, without it like flailing your arms out of the water. It's uh, how do you say it? I want to know what's beneath that. I don't know. I felt a little woo right there. 5 of Wands. Yeah, so there is turbulence and yeah. Yeah, flailing arms. That felt weird. Okay, 3 of Wands in reverse. Something is here. But it's more than just like conflict, you know, like the tides, you know. When it said like the hands in here, that was kind of crazy. So one more, okay? The Hanged Man in reverse. So this is the awareness that there's a lot of push and pull that's not visibly seen. I don't know why we're getting into politics here, but it feels like it. There's definitely undercurrents. You know when they say like read between the lines? This is not quite in your face, but it affects everyone. It affects yeah, anyone like in transit. What is this? It affects a lot of people is what I gotta say. And it's kind of like the energy of like every man for himself out in the ocean. It's kind of like that. I don't know why. I don't know. It kind of, that's the proposed thought, but it's not always like that because there's buoyancy in each person. So if you were to like, if there was like a whole bunch of people, and there's a lot of commotion on the bottom, I would think that you would want to stay together in full so it's harder to push pull you. And that way there's more more of a chance for survival. This is weird. I don't know. Yeah, I feel like that because this is like above water. You see, oh my God, there's, yeah, it is above water. So it's like creating a boat through those connections, like hand. If we had multiples of this, it would be connected. So it's that. So the number 4 is strong here, especially if it's connected. You know, it's kind of like 0.66666, you know, like pi, how it just like goes on forever. It's kind of, am I remembering that correctly? Holy freaking moly. Anyway, it's there's something about that there. I want to get one more just because I'm like, this is weird. Like, I don't get readings like this regularly. The star in reverse. So yeah, there's hope within. So yeah, this is kind of a macrocosmic view of things. Yeah, definitely. So there's a lot of like attracts like energy here, and in that connection is kind of magnetic in its ionic form. I know ionic connections are like plus minus, but this is, there's something about it where it links up, it connects. Naturally. So the more we're tuned into this energy and understanding ourselves, the less, how do I say it? Because 5 of Wands is not always about conflict. Sometimes it's cosplay. It's not like, it's not the sword energy, but it is getting roughed up a little bit. It's weird. Oh, gosh. So certain things are revealed when there's strong tides. Certain things are unearthed. So not everything immediately around us is friendly energy. And I think that's what that is. I have to look at it as is, you know. So some will link, some won't, but the more you get to know your own energy and what mediates you, the better chances are of staying afloat with the most immediate like kind, and kind of assisting with the transits of someone who's like just kind of like on the brink of, you know, that link. That's what they're saying there. Huh, that's interesting. And again, I think they're really pointing to the individual focus here. What's behind that? Do we see? The Magician. Truce. Four of Swords in reverse. Healed. Yeah. Definitely they're talking about the individual here. Alright, so what do we want to say? I assume that I have how do I say it? I can't make assumptions here. Okay. But to those who are following through with their moral compass integrated and in check, what is your takeaway? Queen of Swords in reverse. I'm gonna get one more out of that. The one that was the most immediate to that. Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Fuck. Okay. Okay, I'm going to take the upper hand on this. I'm not going to address the fakety fakes, because there's a small ratio of energetics out there that bend the truth and don't do the work. That's what that is. They're a bitch. Like, you can hear them from behind closed doors. And it's not just like audible, they're screaming. You can hear that they're screaming from behind closed doors. And they don't really do the work. They just fake it. So there's that energy. Okay, so I'm not even, that's their takeaway. Just calling them out. That's their takeaway. Leave. This is I want to say this is being objective with all your learnings, and knowing that there's still work to be put in, but you not having to prove it. Like, you've already put it shows for itself, and because the gears are turning. It's not just like, oh, here's the output, these are the numbers, I proved it, just because there's numbers on the board. There's a lot of situations and a lot of tweakings in which can adjust the board. So this is about seeing, like, that the gears are, you know, turning. So this is not a still life picture here. Let me see here. Yes. Again, her sword is just like the page, just like that. You see her where she has a hand down, definitely like that, like it is done. Huh. We got one more clarifier for that. Should I get a clarifier for that? No, just leave it. Okay, so then, in reference to the ladder of that energy and mine, what is our takeaway? That'll be the kind of the clarifier, I suppose. 6 of Cups, pleasure. So after business, there's pleasure. There's, yeah, we don't need to prove ourselves. It's time to enjoy in this realm. And again, like drawing back to the mattress thing, like I've already gone through the waiting period. I've already sat in the waiting room for X amount of time. There's nobody that's going to tap me on my shoulder and say, hey, Tina, I think you should get a mattress. I think it's time, you know. It's not, no. At some point you have to be like, you know what? I deserve that. I'm okay. I put in enough work, both on the clock and off the clock, and it's time to enjoy my life. Yeah. I've invested a lot. So what this looks like, you know, these are like wrapped up, like what do you call it? They look like raffle prizes or something that are wrapped up with like balloons on top. It's kind of like that. So I was like, you know what, right? It's time, you know, where I enjoy this, and this is all kind of linked energy, you know. So it's okay. So when you're a leader and you set that tone, it gives other people a chance to like exhale too, you know. There's that. Okay, let's get one more from that on our takeaway. Ace, yeah. Talking about the individual. Yeah, the individual for sure. So this is 100% it. For real. That's awesome. So creative, and I think that taking taking a moment to have some enjoyment in your day is more than just scrolling and laughing at pet videos or or seeing how much you can get done. You know, I think this is a learning period. Not just in what drives me is something that's actually like non-biased, enjoyable. Like if I were to pass away by the end of this week, would you think that I would find enjoyment in how much I can get done around here? Fuck no. You know, it's all relative to time. So it's, you know, something that's indisputably enjoyable, because that would bring a shiz ton of creativity. Like it's dormant. Like there's a lot booming. It's already visible, etc. But there's a lot more in the woodworks. You see, like, it's like embers. For real. Okay, so what is just my takeaway? What's my takeaway? So yeah, we have a bunch of creatives here. For sure. Okay, so what is my takeaway? Just mine. Six of what is it? 6 of Pentacles. Success. That's crazy. That's good. I don't know what to say. Blah, it was great. It was great. I don't know what to say. Okay, so your angel numbers would be 8 and 86, or no, 861. So 8 and 861, and my angel numbers would be 61 and 616. Okay, I want to get a clarifier too. Actually, I get 2 more because of the Empress. I don't know why I do stuff like that. Prince of Swords in reverse. So focused energy, that is the Knight of Swords in reverse. Yes, it's focused instead of moving in haste. It's not cracking the whip, as you know, to move in haste, like hurting other people. Oh, this is really like I have teams. teams. I have teams. Functional teams, cross-functional teams. And with that, like, we all can kind of like take a break. We can all enjoy life. It's not just because 'tis the season. It's just all for the reason. Yeah, okay. And then one more is Two of Cups in reverse. What's my other, is it 6162? So it's just, it's 61 and then 616 and then 6162. Anyway, so this is underground love, underground partnerships, and more to follow, more to come, more to surface. This is like a fish getting, like, in evolution, where they get a taste of air, you know, as they like kind of like trout. Is it flying trout? Yeah, kind of like that. So this is not a strange thing where, you know, something is like flopping out. How do you say it? Like they're struggling for air. This is alive and kicking energy. Oh, that's cool. That's good. All right, that's it for now. Thanks very much for all donations provided in light and love and of light and love. Only when they reciprocate equally. Thank you. And so, I can't hold it because I told you my joints. Okay, here, let me fix it real quick. Yeah, kind of right there. Did somebody? No, because I felt it even before the reading, but more so like now too. So it's not, I don't think it's one of you. I mean, it could be because it's accentuated now. Shoot. Anyway. Okay. So, now that this reading is officially over, I call back all my power, all my energy, essence, and gifts from those that call upon, generate, cast, bring, or any variation thereof, ill will, intent, and or entities to pass through the white light of the Holy Spirit for cleansings, for blessings, for reformatting to love and light energy, and then through Archangel Michael's blue flame for the same, and then to be refortified in me, only me, hassle-free, no doubt, and no attachments, except for all donations, all bonus points basically donated, included. Yeah, that's good. All right. Where is my other stuff? Okay, maybe I'll hold it with the left hand. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Ooh. Okay, upon closing the portals in this reading, I send all energies back to their appropriate locations outside of mine with their appropriate karmas due, assisting with a sequence of roll out in light and love, the close the portals in this reading. Now.